We are the Fashion Daddies. Hello and welcome to the Fashion Daddies podcast, where we talk about all things
fashion,
figure skating,
and fabulousness.
Yes, we do.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. And, well, Daddy Nick,
yes,
we had quite a week. Last week, really.
What could you be talking about? What'd you talk about? Willis?
Well, we both had the honor of getting the letter in the mail for jury duty.
Oh, yes. God, that just came and went.
I know. Well, it's the anticipation of it all. And we ironically both got the same week to serve.
Yes, we did.
But we were chosen to go down to the courthouse on different days.
Well, you're just like skipping through it. So we both got called in to do jury duty during the same week.
Yes.
Right? And then, so, I think y'all know how it works. Like, you're supposed to check in. And, of course, that just gives everybody the agita, because nobody wants to do it. And so then you go online and you check in, right?
Yes.
And so you checked in for me first?
Yes, for you.
You checked in for me for the beginning of the week. And you checked in for me, and it was like, nope, you fine, girl. And I was like, whew. That doesn't mean I still have to check in the next day. The whole following week, you got to check in every day.
Yeah.
Until you get picked or not picked. But I didn't get picked. But then
Daddy David got picked.
Yeah, he did. And you were not happy.
I was not. Mainly because it was the beginning of the week, and every time I've been called before, it's the end of the week. So I'm like, okay, I just have to make it through
right.
this day. But I was afraid that because it was the beginning of the week, I was going to be called on a jury, and then all that goes with it.
Right.
And I was called into a jury, but I luckily got out of it. But
no, but you're skipping through it because you it was kind of exciting. You got to go to see. You got actually to go into a court.
Right.
This is LA, by the way. This is LA. Downtown LA, LA County, et cetera, and the only time I've done jury duty is like you get put in this big room with a lot of people and you wait all day, and then they go through they move 50 people away, then they move another 50, until like around 4 p.m. they're like, okay, we're done, we don't need you anymore. But this was different for you.
Yeah, I got called literally into the courtroom, and the trial was about to begin. So they were ready to pick the jurors. But what was more interesting to me, or I shouldn't say more interesting, what was making myself maintain sanity and also make it through those few hours of being in that space was...
What?
Fashion.
Oh, nice segue. What do you mean? Because you were like on your iPad? Or?
No, I was trying to be. It was all. Okay, so it was more like from a costume designer's eye that maybe I was looking at everybody, the 60 people that were maybe going to be prospective jurors, but also the lawyers, the public defender,
and their outfits. So you're thinking like a costume designer, like how would you dress the cast and the extras? Is that right?
Well, it's more, you're looking at what's real, and then you're thinking about what television makes everybody look like and how different those are.
And as I've always said, whatever I don't know, how do I say this? Whatever you're wearing, like, example, tells a lot about who you is.
Yeah, and I thought about that when I was going, because I was trying to be as nondescript as possible, which now that I'm saying those words, maybe might not have been the right approach, because
to do beige.
Yeah, because I would think you're looking for a juror that is able to fit in, sort of mold amongst a group of people. So if I would have showed up in full like fashion daddy regalia with a brooch and
Like this?
I mean, even more than this.
Yeah. Out. You're out.
Yes.
You're out.
So maybe
You would have been home by 10 a.m.
maybe
been back.
maybe that was the better way. But the prosecutors, which it was the state versus a certain person. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it was.
Don't.
But those prosecutors.
In terms of fashion?
It was two women,
Okay.
and they were wearing just probably the dullest color of blue,
I was going to say navy blue,
but just flat, and
a white shirt, a white dress shirt,
a white shirt.
Of course.
I
Buttoned up.
can't remember.
Buttoned
It
up.
was pretty much buttoned up.
Don't be showing no skin.
I know for sure one of them was buttoned all the way to the top.
It is so Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, and the skirts were definitely below the knee, if not further, which I understand. It's court. Just like 3-button, nothing going on.
Nothing. Right.
And then just a real, that company of shoes, Naturalizers? they just make a pump that's nice and chunky, 2-inch heel.
Yeah.
2 inches down and 2 inches across.
Oh God, that kind of pump.
Yeah.
Oy.
Big and chunky.
Yeah.
So I was just visualizing them in like a nice Schiaparelli number.
A suit, a nice,
Yes.
wonderful,
With
or like
maybe
a
a
Dior bar,
Dior bar,
Yeah.
some bijou buttons. So speaking of all that.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to segue into like what happened to me.
Well,
My
I mean,
jury.
we can.
I'm
but
like chopped liver.
yours
over
was
here.
less exciting.
No, it was less exciting because
You didn't get to go into the courtroom.
No, I didn't. I'll make this quick. I got there, I sat down, and there were only like 40 people. And then right as I was about to like look up if there was a Subway sandwich nearby for lunch.
Yes.
Even though it wasn't, it was still like 10:30. The court person came out and she's like, I just got a call and we are done. We don't need any of y'all. And I was like, hip, hip, hooray.
Those are the best.
Yeah, so that was it. But I have to say, without even talking to you about this, I was doing the same thing, but with the jurors. And I was looking around at what people were dressed like.
Yeah.
And I tried to be as beige as I can be, which was probably not, I didn't achieve it. Yeah, and there was, it was a nice mixture of people, hipsters, older people, younger hipsters. There was a hot guy, and he
guy?
and the only reason I spotted him was because he was better dressed than me.
Uh-huh.
He was, and I told you about him. This guy was really well dressed, and he was young. He looked like a hot tennis player, but wearing a dress shirt, beautiful tailored pants, and driving moccasins, loafers. And of course, that's what got my attention.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Ooh, wait, hold up."
No, it is just an interesting. It's a cross section, which is the whole point. That's what they're trying to achieve,
Yeah.
and you obviously get it not only in probably personalities once they start to get interviewed, but certainly get it in their clothing. And that is when I went into the courtroom. So we walk into the courtroom and the 3 lawyers, 2 on the prosecuting side and 1 on the defendant.
Yeah.
They were sizing us.
They were
up,
eyeing you, of course.
from head
Yep.
to toe.
Mhm.
So we hadn't spoken a word. So they're not sizing us up for anything but the way we look.
I am sure that you go to UCLA or USC or Loyola Marymount Law School, and they done got a class.
Oh, I'm
on
sure.
How to pick out jurors and who you guess, stereotype them only by their looks.
Yeah.
By what they look.
And I had a
wearing.
huge the extra large Telfar bag across my body.
Girl.
And I was like, oh, and I looked down to see if the big telfar was on the outside or the inside. And I sort of put my hand over it to see.
You know those lawyers were like,
but you know what? Those lawyers don't know what telfar is. So I think I was probably safe.
All right. So there you go. That was our jury duty.
That was.
I got released early. You didn't, but we were both thinking of fashion during the entire time. And like you said, you were thinking of the female attorneys, instead of wearing bland, boring, navy blue suits with button-up white shirts.
Yes.
You thought of them in
Schiaparelli.
Like someone
who just got married.
Yes. So this week, there's only been 2 things that have come up on my radar, on my social media radar, on my Instagram, I kept being bombarded by these 2 things, and I was like, Daddy David, I think we just need to discuss.
Yes.
And the first one is Dua Lipa got married.
Dua Lipa got married.
And what she wore.
Yes, she got married to Caleb Turner.
Who is?
He is an actor.
Okay.
And he is thought, this is all gossip, but he's thought that he could be in the running to play James Bond.
That's how I recognize the name. Oh, that's so. Is he British? He's British.
I think so.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure.
British adjacent.
But I'm just going to say, yeah. He has to be. Sorry.
Jeez.
Wow. He has to be if he's playing James Bond. They only cast British men. Yes.
Okay.
They only do.
You can pretend.
Well, no, they don't.
It's like a rule?
It's a rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Damn. All right. But really, as hot as well dressed as Caleb Turner was, he was wearing Ferragamo.
Yeah.
Blue, matching tie, matching shirt.
Double-breasted.
It's all about Dua.
Yeah.
Yes. So everybody, the internet just went, crazy. Just, oh, did you see? First of all, of course they were just, oh, she got married. Mm-hmm. But what was she wearing, Daddy Dave?
She was wearing Schiaparelli. And it wasn't just Schiaparelli, but it was a Schiaparelli white suit with a skirt suit.
An haute couture, a custom made haute couture, bespoke white suit. It kind of looked like light blue, powder blue in some of the photos. But I do know that actually the House of Schiaparelli said ivory.
Yes.
So it was ivory, right? Like a jacket with a matching skirt, right? Describe it.
And, well, that's it. A beautifully fitted Schiaparelli suit, nipped in waist, bijou, gold buttons. Do you want to tell the kids what bijou?
Well, she had very, I think, customized gold buttons. And, Schiaparelli is known for the gold buttons and like an eye and like a fish. And so bijou is jewelry. So it's buttons that look like haute jewelry.
Yes.
And they were all different. They weren't the same. Buttoned down. The shape of the jacket was very nipped in, like you said, with the peplum coming out. And the skirt was a high-low skirt with a fishtail hem, asymmetrical skirt with panels down, and it was all made from silk caddy. Silk caddy, in case you want to Google it.
Tell the children.
Yes, I got to school the children. It was a fabric that particularly a lot of high fashion designers, haute couture designers, such as, of course, Yves Saint Laurent. But many of those designers of that time, they used silk caddy, especially for suits. And you still see it. It's very expensive. It's very luxe. It's got a specific sheen, and I think Versace still uses it in a lot of the dresses that they made. The silcadi. Look it up. CADY. It's just very particular.
It's like a very, very heavy crepe.
Yes.
Silk.
Yeah.
Satin.
Yeah. There you go.
With a sheen, but it's a suit weight.
Right.
But still very delicate and incredibly hard to work with.
No. Yeah. Of course.
Incredibly hard to work with.
Yeah.
But
yes. But
it would have just been a choice to wear a white suit,
right,
where you would think many people would wear this huge gown,
right,
and we would have all said, "Oh, she wore a Schiaparelli suit. How unusual!" But what changed the whole outfit was the Stephen Jones white hat.
Yes.
And the reason it changed the whole outfit is because it made it so she looked just like a very iconic woman who got married, Bianca Jagger.
And also in a white suit and a white brimmed hat. But yes, Dua Lipa's hat was gold leaf underneath, and it was by Stephen Jones. So that was also customized. She had Christian Louboutin heels on top of that and white gloves. So all the combinations got the fashion connoisseurs who know their history, and immediately the comparisons were out there with, the one and only Bianca Jagger.
Yeah.
And what she wore to her iconic wedding in Saint-Tropez in 1971 to Mick Jagger.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Bianca Jagger's jacket, besides being Yves Saint Laurent and not Schiaparelli, it was very low and plunging in the front.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa's was not.
No.
And she had underneath a blush corset with lace. And you never saw it.
No.
But, of course, Schiaparelli had to release it. But it was very, very much the Schiaparelli tight fitted corset, meant to look nude.
Right.
So I'm sure when she took the jacket off for whatever was happening after, she was wearing this.
And it was like padded on the side, right?
Yes.
And so I think that also helped support the shape of the jacket.
Yeah.
That sort of like corseted looking jacket in itself.
But it was a very, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm going to wear a corset top. It was a corset.
Right.
With the heavy boning and the heavy lacing in the back. So, yeah, it was quite a look, and what an amazing way to cause a stir. And to really pay homage to Bianca Jagger, because that was quite a wedding.
Oh yeah, of course. I think the comparison. Let's just give props where props is due, because the OG of this, everybody's like, oh my God, Dua Lipa in her white suit and the wedding, and I'm like, hold my beer.
Yeah,
Bianca Jagger's sitting somewhere in London, going, oh, girl, please. Because she did it in 1971. And even then, it cost us her. So, kids, in case you didn't know, Bianca Jagger, who at the time was a socialite. And, she came from a very wealthy family. I think Bianca Perez Mora Macias from Nicaragua. And yes, so she got married to Mick Jagger in Saint-Tropez. And it was supposed to be a quiet,
just a very quiet
little thing. A little shindig. And of course, it turned into one of the most highly sought after paparazzi events of, the century just started, but really it was like, holy hell, with, it just turned into a circus with over 100 reporters, star-studded guest lists, a Saint-Tropez, and then of course she knew her moment. She studied in Paris. So she was no spring chicken when it came to fashion. So she studied at the Paris School of Political Science, Paris Institute of Political Science. So she knew what was going on fashion-wise. And Yves Saint Laurent was it. In 1970, 1971. 71 was when he released his scandalous collection inspired by the 40s and the ways the ladies were dressed during the time. So it was all about Yves Saint Laurent. She wore a bespoke white suit from Yves Saint Laurent haute couture, and it was single-breasted, like you said, patch pockets, plunging neckline, and a bias cut skirt below the knee, and the wide-brimmed hat. And it was made to hide a secret. She was pregnant. She was pregnant with little Jade at the time. And so it was a little loose underneath, but she, you couldn't even tell that she was pregnant. But, she's exotic. And she looked great. The white against her skin, her olive skin, her hair.
Which is Dua
Lipa. Exactly. So you have all those comparisons. And again, I hope we include the image. But funny thing enough, I was doing some of the research. Now, Bianca got married in 1971. Yves Saint Laurent in his collection the year before for spring 1970 haute couture, he ended his show with a bride dressed in a white suit. And so I think that that's where the inspiration came
And
from.
a hat.
And the hat with the veil
Yeah.
up here. Now this, however, was a double-breasted less smoking, as opposed to the single-breasted less smoking that Bianca Jagger wore.
Right.
And it had pants. But at the time in 1970, when he finished with her, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because it was modern, it was chic, and it was what the hipsters of Paris were wearing, whereas not the 75-year-old actual haute couture clientele. They would never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it was like a scandal because Yves Saint Laurent was that designer.
Yeah, and it was the era where he brought in the lace smoking suit to women, where women were wearing suits, and the safari suit. So
it was so scandalous they weren't allowed into the restaurants in Paris
wearing pants.
the less smoking suit.
Oh my gosh.
So they would wear their Yves Saint Laurent haute couture less smoking, and the restaurant, the maitre d' would not allow them in.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. That's how scandalous it was.
Yeah.
We think of it now and we laugh.
Right.
I mean, But anyway, so I believe she was inspired by that look from his 1970 collection.
I mean,
Bianca Jagger was.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Dua Lipa. Inspired.
How many years later?
Yes. Right. Well, yeah, she was inspired, but it was also made by Yves Saint Laurent.
Right.
So she saw it clearly and said, I want this, but please customize it. I want a skirt. If she would have worn pants, that really would have been a lot in 1971. But she wore a skirt.
Yeah.
And then to me, what I love about what Dua Lipa did is she took the inspiration and she modernized it from what I feel, like what you were saying about the Stephen Jones hat with the gold leaf underneath, which is very Schiaparelli now, very modern, what he's doing. Right. The shape being very nipped in with the padded.
The hourglass shape.
The skirt with the fishtail hem. I think it's a nice size godet in the back.
Yeah, it's a nice size godet in the back, and I think if you look closely at the skirt, it's actually paneled. So it's got princess seams to create some of that shape. What I loved about it too, it was almost like an homage to a traditional train of a wedding gown, of a wedding dress. But obviously a midi version of that. And again, it was a moment. She knew that there was going to be paparazzi photos taken. She's walking down the steps hand in hand with Calum, and people were going to take photos of it. But of course, inevitably, the comparisons were there. Dua is the new Bianca.
Well, let's hope her marriage lasts a little longer.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I forgot to tell you another little thing. Yes. So Bianca and Mick divorced in 1978.
They married in 71, so that's only 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah. Did they have more than one child? I don't know.
I can't remember.
I should know that, but I don't.
But get this. The story goes, because Bianca told it, that it almost didn't happen. The wedding almost didn't happen because Mick Jagger, who was, of course,
a megastar,
wanted her to, in 1971, sign a prenup. And basically, you don't get none of thing. You don't get none of thing. Is that none of thing? You get nada. Let me put it to you in Spanish. And Bianca said, I guess in her memoir, she said, I knew the marriage was over before it began. Ouch.
Yeah. Wow.
That was her quote. So, like you said, let's bring good wishes to Dua Lipa and Calum.
Well, in this situation, what's interesting is Dua Lipa is the rock star or the pop star. So it's a flip.
Ooh.
I wonder if she had Calum sign a prenup. Probably. Everybody does prenups now, so. But maybe, I don't know.
Anyway, we're just excited. This was a big story.
Yeah, it was a great fashion moment.
Yeah.
And one of those, what's fun too is an unexpected fashion moment. So, we do a lot of fashion where it's like, okay, it's Fashion Week, or it's the Met Gala.
Right, it's Cannes. Right.
But when you wake up and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God.
Dua Lipa's coming out of town town hall.
Looking like Bianca Jagger.
Looking like Bianca in a $75,000 couture wedding suit.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
So,
all right.
Congratulations to them.
Bouquets to you.
Okay, so what was the second moment?
Well, literally, I'm scrolling and it's Dua, Bianca Jagger, and then Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
And giving fashion.
Yeah.
At the Roland Garros. Is that correct?
Yep. Roland Garros.
Otherwise known as, is this also correct? The French Open?
The French
Open. See, he's the tennis.
I like to watch tennis.
Tennis fan.
Yes.
I'm, again, just like in, I keep saying this, but I think maybe not. But just like in figure skating, I'm the figure skating wife.
Yeah.
And I'm also the tennis wife. I'm really the tennis wife because I can't, for the life of me, I cannot understand 40 love, 15 love. Why are they doing, David, literally, we were just watching and David's like, oh, he's about to win. And it's 48 minutes later. And I'm like, well, come on now.
I've explained tennis to you so many times.
You have.
And you still cannot grasp it.
No.
I know. And then I always do say, oh, it's match point.
That's it.
And then 6 match points later, they still haven't won, which is what was happening today.
All right. Naomi Osaka causing a big stir because, it's tennis. So most of the tennis players, the female tennis players, they just wear their tank top, a little tennis skirt,
track jacket to go out. You know, obviously when you're walking out. But of course, nothing extraordinary.
No.
I mean, it's tennis wear,
right?
Well, Naomi started this by wearing Robert Woon, this very elaborate.
Oh yeah, the hat
look.
And the veil coming out of the hat,
and the parasol.
Yes, like an umbrella.
Yes.
It was a couture moment.
Yeah.
Just walking up, and I think that's what really left everybody gobsmacked.
Yeah. And so she's continuing it.
And then she went to the Met Gala, also wearing Robert Woon.
Yes, she did.
With her red
looking
nails.
Great.
Looking stunning.
Yeah.
So, I think it's more than getting bit by the fashion bug.
Yeah.
I think she got the virus.
Yes.
Because now, here we are in Paris, the city of fashion. And, they're like, next up, Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
And, oh, mon Dieu.
So what did she walk out in? Tell us.
Well, for her first, she's worn several outfits.
Yeah.
But this first outfit was this look. It looked like a gown. It was black. It was all black, and it was like this top, almost like a corset top, like an overtop. But then it was over this full pleated, looked like hand pleated black tulle skirt to the floor. It's all black.
Yeah, with gold underneath.
You could see, right?
Yes.
You could see the peaking of the gold underneath, but it was just like, oh wow. Yeah. Like she's wearing an evening gown. A sleeveless evening gown onto the clay of Roland Garros. And it was like, oh, okay, this is a moment. And slowly but surely, she started removing.
Well, yes, she did.
The outfit.
But what's so interesting is that a normal tennis player might wear a track jacket, like you said, or something that's, you want to keep warm, you want to keep your muscles warm. So they go out onto the court and they start hitting the balls. You're warming up. It's a warm up. And she took off the top piece, which was that sleeveless black number.
Right.
It almost looked like leather. I don't think it was leather, but it had that feel, almost like a moto, a sleeveless moto, something. It was all beaded, but she took that piece off and she kept the skirt on
while she was warming up.
So
floor length skirt gown.
Yeah, while she was warming up.
But then the top, all you saw was this new top, what was underneath, which was a lycra stretchy gold top, tennis adjacent with the little peplum, with double ruffled peplum, but it was filled with gold sequins. Yeah. So it was like, oh, okay, cute. And then
so then she takes the skirt off, and then that outfit underneath was her tennis dress, the gold tennis dress. And that's what she was wearing through the entire match.
Yeah.
I will say, as I was watching the skirt and it's paillettes, it's shiny paillettes, I thought, ooh, is that, it kept catching light. And I was like, is that a distraction?
Like for the other player?
For the other player. Because, you know, sometimes they talk about getting sun in their eyes or flash photography. They don't allow flash photography. And I kept seeing the light catch those paillettes. And I thought, oh, I hope she doesn't get in trouble for that. But she didn't.
She did.
And
it was cute. And it was, I think, an homage to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
That's the gold color, the sequin, like the, you know, the lights, the Eiffel Tower, the city of lights, all that. And I think there was a photo that she put out on social media where it was her kind of blurry, backed by the silhouette of the Eiffel Tower. So it was like probably an homage to that gold sequin tennis look was that.
And let's give credit to who designed it, which was the same designer as who Lisa Rinna wore
for the Amphar benefit.
Yes,
that we loved,
and that was
Kevin Germanier.
Yes,
it was a collaboration between Nike, Naomi, and Kevin Germanier as well. So yeah, he worked together with Nike to create this look, not just this look, but then another look that she wore as well. Yeah, I loved it.
And what's interesting is he is an upcycled designer. And it's said that he used previous tennis outfits from Naomi to create the black part of the
look.
looks.
Right.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. And then she wore another outfit.
Yes.
After this, for another game, she came out with this gorgeous sequin bolero, which looked like an addition to the gold number that she played with. You know, it was like an extra.
Okay.
You know, and it was like not a bolero jacket. What do you call it? Like a bomber jacket.
Yeah, bomber jacket.
It was like a bomber, not bolero. Like a bomber zip up with the sequins and, you know, the gold coloring. But then it attached to it somehow was this trail of white tulle, like a white tulle overskirt.
Yeah.
Which then she just pulled off.
Yeah.
And so I was reading a little bit. Again, Germanier was part of it. He took elements also from that first outfit, as you can see, to create. And they used fabric that was left over.
Right.
From making the first outfit.
Okay.
And then I found out that it was actually with the help of a Spanish seamstress from Atelier Diana Martinez.
Okay.
And she's a seamstress pattern maker, and she helped make it, and she put it on. Wow. She put it on her Instagram. Go to Atelier Diana Martinez. That she was very honored and proud to work with her. She's a pattern maker seamstress who works with Mugler, with Celine, with various different designers. Courage, Loewe, as well as Germanier. So it's like the designers come to her and to help create this vision. And then after the first match that she played in that gold outfit, the idea came to create a second outfit for the next day. And they only had 24 hours, less than 24 hours. She said it took 6 hours. 6 hours to finish it. Wow. So they started quickly exploring silhouettes, drape, volume on the mannequin, and then to just build that look. And again, using extra fabric that they just had in the atelier from what they had made, you know, a couple days before.
Oh my God.
and then they created the look.
That's a Project Runway moment.
Yeah. Right. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do usually just wear one look throughout the entire tournament. Sometimes there'll be variations. It's changed a little bit, but it used to obviously just be the one look. So wow, now she's bumping it up. And I just want to add that, you know, what I love too is she's picking up the mantle from the original, who is Serena Williams.
Right.
Because she was the one that really started it. And when you look at what Serena Williams was doing throughout her career, she really started to play and have a lot of fun, but she kept very much in the sports.
Right.
Athletic wear.
It was fashion fashion tennis wear.
Yes.
You know, it was like there was a one shoulder element, or, you know, there was like that racer back and racer front. There were little things, because I think with tennis wear, it's almost like menswear. Like it doesn't change much.
No.
And it's about the little details. It's about a seam here. It's literally about moving a shoulder seam like this way. And it's like, oh, but what Serena did differently is like, no. Give me a seam going across my body.
Yeah.
And that's what made people pay attention.
And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. and in that, I mean also as far as functionality, because that's one of the most important things.
Right.
And that's hard when you're trying to mix fashion with the sport and still make it functional.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. It'll also be interesting to see if other sports pick up on this a little more. Obviously more in the women's sports. So will gymnastics. Ooh. I mean, they play a little bit,
right.
But a leotard is basically a leotard. But I'm loving this sort of entrance of these looks where you enter. And of course, almost any athlete can do that.
Right.
And enter in something just amazing.
Well, it's like the tunnel walk.
Yes.
The football guys or basketball, they'd be doing their peacock walking with like a whole Louis Vuitton outfit and the big Louis Vuitton bag. And it's like, this is their tunnel walk. You know, they make a big entrance now at these big tennis matches where they announce them. And so they walk and then they take the, you know, little girl's hand or little boy's hand and they walk in. And it's like, I think it's just genius that like, hey, why am I wasting this moment?
Yes.
Let me make this a moment.
Yeah.
And I love the unveiling, you know, of the outfit until we get the actual tennis look. But now what I also doubly love is that the tennis look is also giving fashion. A la, you know, taking the Serena Williams, which she started, and bumping it.
Well, I hope they do more of this. Apparently, it was either Nike or Naomi saying this is going to be an exclusive. Like nobody else is going to.
How could you not?
Custom. I know.
What if you're sponsored by Lacoste or
so maybe it's
another
Nike,
brand? Adidas?
Nike is only going to be doing this for Naomi.
For Naomi.
Maybe that's what it was. Well, I want.
Are there any other? Sorry to stop you. Are there any other tennis players that
would do this?
Would Sabalenka?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she might. Yeah, she loves fashion.
Okay.
Who knows? There could be some unknown fashionistas in the group,
and that's a great. And if they're unknown, this is a great way to get known.
Yeah,
you know,
like
to get eyeballs on them.
Yes.
Okay, now we got to change our whole fashion daddy thing. Like now we got to add
tennis.
Yeah, we got to add tennis to it. Figure skating and tennis. Talking about fashion,
and then gymnastics if they start.
Oh my goodness,
the fashion of sports.
Well, those were the two fashion things that came in our radar.
Yeah.
That everybody was talking about. It's just like I said, scroll. Naomi, scroll. Dua Lipa. So there we are. We discussed it.
All right. Well, good. And there's more fashion to come. I know they just released the calendar for Haute Couture Week,
and it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a little. We still have some time. It won't be next week.
No, it's July.
We're working up to it. So in the meantime, remember, if you want to support us, go to nickverrios.com, nickverreos.com, and we just released a brand new course on making pants.
Making the perfect pants foundation.
Yeah.
So you can get it there.
It's a great course, along with our bodice course and our sleeve course, and then, of course, the book that has everything. So it's all there.
Yeah. Go and buy.
All right. Until next time.
Oh, my goodness. All right. For more fashion, figure skating, and tennis, stay tuned to what?
The Fashion Daddies.
Yay! The Fashion Daddies is created and hosted by David Paul and Nick Verrios. It's produced, edited, sound mixed, and scenic designed by David Paul. I'm just here to entertain.